Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. And the Bulls have just hammered Benetton 44 points to 22 in Italy. A game where I must admit, we talk about a game, a scoreline not reflecting the game. I think this was very much the case. Benetton were very good for about 60, even 65 minutes before just really falling apart towards the end. And for the Bulls, it almost looked like a little bit of a scare. At one stage, they were down at halftime. I reckon Jake White must have given them some pretty stern words because came out in the second half and scored 6 tries. There were no tries scored in the first half from either side. 6 tries scored by the Bulls in the second half to come back and win that game in very dramatic, I wouldn't say dramatic fashion, but very spectacular fashion. And credit to the Bulls for not panicking. I don't think that's the big thing because they didn't play particularly well. Their backs were against the wall. They'd gone 2 losses out of 2 in Europe on their tour, so they were under a lot of pressure. And to be able to sort of hang in there and then be able to sort of mount that late surge is very impressive. And the big thing, though, I think, is that from a coaching staff perspective, they'll look at that win and they'll say, you know what, guys, enjoy that win, but Monday we've got a lot of work to do because it is a performance which I think I see on Twitter, it kind of papers over a few cracks because I think a better team than Benetton puts the Bulls away in that first half, given the fact that they didn't play very well at all. But at the end of the day, it's a results-based sport, and the result is a bonus point victory for the Bulls. And it doesn't matter how they got there, it doesn't matter if they were poor getting there, they've got the bonus point, and that's the main thing. So before we sort of break this game down, please do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Just bringing it up here on me cellular device. Where are we now? A week later. And we are, come on, where's the URC? There it is. So in terms of a timeline of the game, the first points came from the boot of Thomas Albanose, who I thought had a very nice first half. 2 penalties between 10 minutes, 12 and 21 minutes, put them at 6-0. Chris Smith removing that deficit down to 3 points. Albanose then restoring it. So it was a 9 points to 3 game at half time. And it was the perfect start for the Bulls in the second half. It was an early penalty from the boot of Chris Smith, followed by a try from Ruan Nokia. Really good support play. It was almost a bit of against the run of play, and I think that was quite deflating for Benetton because they had played so well. So to sort of concede a try like that, I think was very frustrating. Chris Smith added the extras. The bench for Benetton was then kind of unloaded. We saw quite a few new players coming in. They got another penalty, got themselves a point away, but Albert Lowe then went over. In the 51st minute, Chris Smith adding the extras. But however, Benetton did hit back through Manuel Giuliani, get themselves back into that 1 point margin, then found themselves a penalty, and they were actually leading once again in the 58th minute. And 64th minute, 22-23, the Bulls take a 1 point lead. So to go from 22-23 at 64, by the way, with 60 minutes to go, it was a 1 point game. It ended up being a 22 point game. And literally, at 72 minutes, it was still a 1 point game. So for 72 minutes, Benetton were 1 point away from the Bulls. And they then went try 73, try 76, try 79. 3 tries in 7 minutes, bang, 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 bang. All of a sudden, it's a big scoreline. So I think that there are quite a few concerns with that Bulls performance. If you look at the possession, it was 50-50. Territory, the Bulls slightly dominated. 5 tries to 1. It was 7 turnovers apiece. If you look at the tackle stats, for example, Benetton had to make 139 tackles to Bulls 137. Benetton missing 16 to Bulls 15, so both not bad. Not sort of 88, 89%. And there wasn't a single goal kick missed the entire game, which is quite interesting because there were 14 attempts. The line-out success rate, the Benetton line didn't really operate, but their scrums were pretty decent. Although they did fall apart towards the end. The Bulls missed only 1 line, lost only 1 scrum. Discipline-wise, 40 penalties conceded by Benetton and 13 from the Bulls. So there really wasn't much separating themselves, sort of statistically-wise. And I do think that Benetton probably played better for about 45 to 50 minutes of the game. But that last sort of flurry that the Bulls had, getting them over the line. And credit to the Bulls because, again, just to stick in there, to stay in there, not panic, and then be able to get over the line a couple of times towards the end means that the scoreline reads a lot better. And at the end of the day, as I said, it's a results-based game. They got the result. They'll be very happy with it. And they come back with the bonus point victory, which is the main thing. I think it is still a failure of a tour, given the fact that they only got 1 out of 3 wins. Compare that to the Lions, who got 3 out of 3, for example. And then went down when they were at home, which doesn't help. But the important thing is that they had to respond because the Bulls had they were in trouble if they didn't. The Bulls now will move up to about 19. I think they'll go into about third place actually, despite their two consecutive losses. But they did win the first 3 games, so it's now back to winning ways for the Bulls. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.